Well, hello there. You join me here in my little garden, and somebody over the road is playing some copyrighted music, so I'll probably get a copyright strike. But anyway, it doesn't matter. I won't monetize it if I do. Anyway, there's some news coming out. If you're a car driver, and more in particular, if you're a EV car driver, you're going to have to start paying road tax. As of April 2025, you're going to have to pay £190 to use the roads. This isn't a VED tax like a normal petrol car or diesel car would have to pay. This is a road tax, a proper road tax, to pay for the damage done to the roads that you do in your 2.5 ton Tesla. Yeah, incredibly heavy, aren't they? Anyway, you'll also, if your car, whether it's electric or not, after April 2025, you'll be forced to pay an expensive car tax. I don't know how much it will be, but you'll have to pay an expensive car tax. So it's not looking good for the motorists, is it? It's not about the environment. This is about control. It's about controlling what you can do with your life. And it's not good. I don't like it whatsoever. I can understand why the government wants a special road tax for electric vehicles. It's simply because they're losing income. They're not getting the tax that they would have had if you were driving a petrol car. So that's why they've added that special road tax on. So it's, again, this is nothing to do with the cyclists. Cyclists don't do any emissions. Cyclists haven't got electric. And they only weigh 10, 12 kilograms, most, I suppose. My bike weighs 7 kilograms, so that's hardly damaging the roads, considering that you get a 2.5 ton, 3 ton car trundling up and down. And I'm pretty certain that they're going to start increasing the tax on the electricity that EV cars use. So that's no good. Also, the other bit of news that I've heard is quite interesting, really, how that the government's backtracked several occasions. First of all, they were going to ban petrol engine cars from 2040. That's right, 2040. Then they brought it forward to 2030. And then they backtracked again to 2035. This is the banning of sales of petrol cars from 2035. So which they'd make up their minds. Either you're allowed to have a petrol car until 2040, or anyway. And I've also been finding out as well when I spoke to this car salesman, is that they're being pushed to push out electric vehicles. Now, remember I told you about these hybrid cars. There's the mild hybrid, the ordinary hybrid, and the plug-in hybrid. Well, they're trying to get rid of all the hybrid cars now. From 2035, not only will they not be able to make brand new petrol engine cars or diesel engines, they won't be able to make hybrid engines either. They'll only be allowed to make electric cars. Now, I don't know about you, but I think that when that happens, people aren't going to buy cars at all. They're just going to stick to their old petrol cars until the government relents and allows these car manufacturers to continue to make petrol engine cars, or even hybrid cars for that matter. And like I said, I looked into the hybrid thing, and I do think a full hybrid car, not the plug-in type, because the plug-in type has an absolutely humongous great battery. It's more than half the floor pan. But if you look at a self-charging hybrid, the battery is only the same size as the back seat. Basically, it's not that big compared to compared to the likes of a full electric car. Which is the entire floor pan. Same really as the plug-in hybrid. This is almost the same size as the floor pan. Anyway, so that's it. It's not looking good, and of course taxes are going to go up, aren't they? We've got a government that no one wants coming soon. It's looking like Labour is going to have a landslide victory in this upcoming election, and of course, if you've been listening to any of the rhetoric coming out of Keir Starmer, he said that he wants to shut down all the gas-powered power stations in the UK. Now, we've got rid of all our coal-fired power stations years ago. So, at the moment, he says that he wants to shut down all the gas-powered ones. And, of course, as you know, wind and solar only account for 3.5 hours a day of energy. And, of course, at night time, and if the wind ain't blowing, there's going to be no power. So when Labour get in, just remember that when we start having 7-8 hour blackouts at a time, remember that was Keir Starmer that was voted in. He decided he was going to do that. So, yeah, it's going to be one of those things. When you find out, you get up in the morning, find out that your freezer's been turned off for the last 7 hours and all the food's gone soft, you're going to be complaining, aren't you? So, what's the best thing to do now? Start stocking up on petrol and get yourself a little diesel generator or a petrol generator. I've got one in my shed. So if we do start having blackouts, that's going to come out and that's going to keep the fridge cold. Because, when you've got 50 or 60 pounds worth of food in the freezer, it's not funny when it's if it spoils. Luckily, I've not had a freezer that's failed. Not when I was home. I was away at sea when my dad came home, put my fridge on and it didn't cool down. So, I had to suddenly get a new fridge. It's not fun. But anyway, digressing. So that's it then. If you are not telling you to vote Labour or not telling you not to vote Labour, but if you can see it into your heart to vote for somebody else other than Labour, I would recommend that we do that for our own sanities, because I don't want to see people in blackouts. Anyway, so that's about it then. I'm going to wrap it up. I've got things to do this afternoon, and I might let you know what's been happening. Anyway, catch you all later. See you then. Bye.